Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're gonna take a look at this game. It's a beast. I'll just put it in front of my face. Clue, the Great Museum Caper. Clue, the Great Museum Caper is a game published by Parker Brothers, designed by John LaBelle, Thomas Rabideau, Dave Rabideau, published in 1991, plays 2 to 7 players at about 30 minutes. And so this says Clue on it, but it's effectively Clue in name only, as there are pieces from Clue like pawns, and some of the characters from Clue were on the cover of this box. But effectively what this is an everybody versus one game where someone's going to take on the role of a thief trying to steal some paintings and escape from the museum, and the other players are trying to stop them from doing that. So yeah, Clue in name only, doesn't play like Clue, so let's just go out of the table. Check it out.
Well, what are you afraid of? A fate worse than death?
No, just death. Isn't that enough?
Alright, so this playthrough is going to be a little bit different because I'm just going to kind of highlight how the game plays, because this is a hidden role game, and to do that through a playthrough would be kind of weird. So I'm just going to kind of tell you what happens. So, the setup of the game, I have the game basically all set up here. You're going to give somebody who's going to be the thief, they're going to get the shield here, which is off screen. They're also going to get one of these pieces of paper, and they're going to sit so the board is, you know, the correct way. So I've done that. You got the power room, so you kind of know what way you're looking at. They're also going to have the gray meeple, which they'll keep behind their screen. And then the rest of the players are going to set up the game accordingly. You're going to take all the paintings and you're going to put them in all the rooms. They can't be in the aisleways or anything, and they can't be directly like in a doorway. So they have to, you know, kind of be away. Then you're going to randomly, or you can decide to put locks, but you can shuffle the locks and put them on these entrances at the windows and the doorway. Then you're going to set up the cameras. So you can get maximum benefit out of them. So there's kind of some cooperation there to try to work that out. And you can do anything you want, except you can't put stuff in the power room. So I've kind of done that here. But then, based on the number of players, so I have a 4-player game total. So 3 players hunting and the thief. You're going to put your pawn somewhere on the board that doesn't have something else. So I've done that. So red's here, purple, and then yellow. And then what's going to happen is the thief has to mark where all the paintings are on their board so they know where they are, all the cameras, and then we're ready to go. So the thief, knowing the layout, they get to take the first turn. So it's going to go thief, player, thief, player, thief, player, like that until either the thief has got it or the thief escapes. The way the game works is they're going to come into the museum through one of these window spaces. It doesn't matter if it's locked right now, that only matters at the end. So they'll come in and then they can move 1, 2, or 3 spaces. So they would draw an E where they enter, and then they'll do 1, 2, 3, and then they'll put a dot where they stop. Okay? And then after that, all the players are going to take a turn. They're going to roll the die. So they roll the die. That's how many spaces they're allowed to move up to. And this is the action that they're allowed to take. Now, the eyeball is the most common on here, and it's going to let you ask a couple things. You can ask using your eyes, so the pawn can use their eyes. So you can move or ask first, or ask and then move. You can ask using your eyes. So I can say, hey, can red pawn see you? If I can see the thief would have to, and the line of sight is just, you know, this line like this. If I can see the thief, they would have to reveal themselves, and then they're trying to escape. Or you can ask if a camera can see you. So I could say, is camera number 1 still working? Because the thief can go, and if the thief would land on a camera, they can shut it down. And they'll cross that off on their board. So if it is working, and I say, is camera 1 still working? They say yes. I say, can camera 1 see you? And they'll answer yes or no accordingly. They don't have to reveal themselves. They don't have to reveal themselves if I see them. And then I will have some information. So if camera 1 can see them, I know they're either in this row or this row, because that's the only way camera 1 can see. All right, so that's kind of that question. The next side you can roll is a scan. So what's going to happen here when you roll the scan is it's going to activate every single camera. So the first thing you do, let me read this because I always forget. Are the cameras still working? If the answer is no, the thief will remove any of this working. So say 5, 4, and 2 are no longer working. So they're gone. They're out for the rest of the game. We're down some cameras. Then what we're going to say is we're going to ask, can any camera see you? And then the thief will say yes or no accordingly, and that will give us some information as well. So we can look around. If they say no, we're going to know that, you know, they could be in this room, they could be in this room, the power room, this room, this space, you know. So we're going to get some information when they say no of where they are, or in the center here. So that's that. The last icon on the die is the motion detector. And the motion detector is going to ask the thief to tell what color room they are in. Now, they can cut the motion detector twice throughout the game. See these two M's? They can cross that off. So if we ask, okay, what's the exact question that you ask? What color are you on? The thief could say no. They cut the motion detector. We ask it again. They cut. We ask it a third time. They're going to have to tell us because they can only use that free mark twice. So if they say, oh, I'm in orange, or whatever color that is, we know that they're in orange. And that's kind of that. So basically that's how the game's going to play. We're going to thief, hunter, or, you know, clue person, thief, player, and then we're going to keep going like that until either someone lands on the same space as the thief, either accidentally or, you know, on purpose because they know where the thief is, or the thief has managed to escape out one of these windows. So when they get to a window space, they got to look at it. If it's O, that means it's open. They can walk out the front door and they win. But in order to do that, they got to first capture 3 paintings. So let's talk about that. So the way a thief captures a painting is they would need to move where the painting is on their board, because this is all in secret. They're going to mark in, all the paintings are going to be X's. They're going to circle the X, and then next turn they're going to move away, and then they're going to take the painting off the board. So we're going to know more information. We're going to know, hey, the thief was just in this room. Now they're 3 spaces away in some pattern of this painting, because you can move 1, 2, or 3. So we're going to know that they're in that room. They took it. That happened. And we're going to have more information, which is going to make it harder for the thief. So as the thief steals paintings, we're going to get more information. It's going to be easier to track them down and hopefully catch them. And that's effectively the game. The thief's trying to get paintings, get out the door. Players are trying to capture the thief to keep them from leaving the museum. And that's it. So let's go up the top, see what we think about it.
It's a free country, don't you know that?
I didn't know it was that free.
All right, well, that was Clue, the Great Museum Caper. So let's take a look at some of the components. Look at this. This board is amazing. It's 3D, awesome plastic. It's got colored spaces that kind of resembles the Clue board, but it's a lot different here. You got places to put the locks. I love this. It's nice. The box could be way smaller because this thing is like the size of a Ticket to Ride box, but it was 91. And some of the other components are fantastic too. Let's actually look at this because I like some of this stuff. So these paintings are legit real paintings, I believe, that are popular. I don't know a lot about art, but I think these are actual paintings. This is like Starry Night or something. I'm not sure. The cameras look pretty fantastic. You know, they got these little camera pieces are cool. They have numbers on them. This is what makes it kind of Clue-esque. The Clue player pawns, which were big in the 90s. And the cool locks. So these go on those spaces, you know, they'll show an L or an O if it's locked or unlocked. I love all that. Rule book's pretty clear. The player screen is really nice. I didn't show this, but I want to show you something right now. Let me put this together and I can show you. This is what I want player screens to work like in the future. This goes together and it stays up. Like, it's not going to fall down. It's not going to drop. It's sturdy. It's amazing. This was from the 90s, and this player screen is better than like 90% of the ones that you find today. Incredible. Just a little thing, but I mean, the thief needs this. But if you're going to do one, make it so it stands up. I don't know how well you can see this, but like, it's got to stand up. If it doesn't stand up, then there's no point in the player screen. Just dumb. Okay, so that's the component. So let's talk about this game. I'm not a big Clue fan. I'm not a big deduction games fan. And I'm actually not a big fan of games where it's everybody versus one person trying to hunt somebody down. But this one, just all those things work for me. The deduction is pretty easy. I mean, it's not like I'm terrible at Clue trying to get the cards and all that. But in this one, you know, you're using the cameras, you're using the motion sensors, and you're just narrowing down where they could be. And other players are helping you. So if I'm terrible, if I'm playing with one other person or two other people, they can help me figure out some of that too, because everybody's seeing everything that's going on. So it's not just me playing against everybody, it's everybody versus the thief, and I enjoy that. There's no cards. Even the rolling and move is not a big pain in the neck, because you can move up to 6, and that's got that other custom die that tells you what action you can take. And I don't know, I like that a little bit better. I like that I don't have to roll to get into a room so I can make an accusation. I'm just moving around trying to find the thief, and I dig all that. Yeah, even the all versus one, I've played as both roles. I've played as the people looking for the thief and the thief. I may like the people looking for the thief a little bit better, because like I just said, I can bounce my ideas off of other people to make sure that I'm figuring out what I should be figuring out, and I like that. So this is a fantastic game. It's old. You can find it. I recommend it just for this board alone. This board is amazing. I love it. So if you can find a copy of this, I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. You can play it so many times over and over and over, and just have fun. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. This is going to get an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale that means absolutely nothing. But we had to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is Clue, the Great Museum Caper from Parker Brothers. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.